You know, I'm not too proud to realise that I was wrong. I'm not too proud to realise that I was stupid. I'm not too proud to realise that I didn't do enough homework in reference to Parliament to understand exactly where they were going with this Brexit situation. I should have seen the writing on the wall when the Tory leadership happened back in 2015 or 2016. I should have realised that Theresa May, being a Remainer, would definitely not let us leave the EU. Not without a shitty deal, in a way. What made people like me and many others, probably millions of others, believe that Theresa May was going to stick to her word is pure ignorance. Now, Theresa May has tried to bring back a deal that's been really shit at least 3 times. Funny enough, the likes of Rory Stewart, is it Rory Stewart? Yeah, it is Rory Stewart, wants to bring back, another candidate for the Tory leadership, wants to bring back Theresa May's deal for the 4th time. Because he can't foresee us leaving on WTO, because they have no imagination. What you've got to realise is that the majority of Parliament don't have any imagination. They can't get themselves out of their boxes, and they're too worried that their lifestyle is going to change too much, and maybe people that don't have so much will actually start gaining things, and maybe they will lose some things, and that's why they don't want to interrupt their system that they've had for many, many years. But the truth is going to start to really come out in drips and drabs, and in the end I do truly believe that we will leave the EU. Now, this next article that I'm going to read is from the Daily Mail. Now, Daily Mail is not the greatest newspaper, and to be honest with you, all the mass media tend to be a load of shit, so you've got to hold it with a pinch of salt. But because of everything that's happened in the past, I'm tending to believe this article more, because it's got background to it. So Theresa May threatens to block a no-deal Brexit by joining forces with Rudd and Hammond, as friends say she voted for Remainer Rory Stewart in Tory contest. I can honestly believe that she's going to go all heads in to stop a WTO Brexit. I really do believe that she has no understanding of what the EU is and what we could do outside of the EU. Again, these people in our Parliament have no imagination. They have no reasoning of the past, so they've got no way of knowing what the future could be. Someone like myself, a Brexiteer, someone like Nigel Farage, someone like the 17.4 million that decided to leave the EU, have the imagination, have the heart, and have the trust of the country and the people inside of the country. And that's what makes us the best for the country. We are the likes of Winston Churchill, because we believe in us. But somehow, because we believe in us, we are racist, we are bigots, we are xenophobes. And I never understood the whole racist tag, because the majority of Europe, which is the EU, no, that's actually wrong, to be honest, because the EU is a political union, and I always try and separate Europe to the EU. However, if you look at Europe in general, it's mainly people that look like me. My family are from Spain themselves. They look like me. So to believe it's to do with some sort of skin colour or even culture is wrong. Because the likes of the Spanish and the Italians and the Germans, they tend to be the same sort of culture as ours. The same sort of religions as ours. So to try and make it sound like it's a xenophobic vote, it's just totally moronic. To try and make it sound like it's a racist vote back in 2016 is totally moronic. You see, over the last 3 years, if not 4, maybe even 5 years since they decided that we was going to have the EU referendum, the BS that's come from Parliament, the BS that's come from government, the BS that's come from the media, has never stopped people from making sure that we leave the EU, because they believe it's the true thing. We believe in democracy. The likes of Theresa May and a good majority of the 650 people in Parliament that want to stop Brexit are doing it for their own selfish means, or just due to it because they haven't got a clue what the EU stands for and where it wants to go in the future. I can only say to every single Brexiteer that's out there We will get there in the end. It's just a matter of time. I know it's been 3 years, and it may even take 4 by the time we leave. I'm hoping that Boris Johnson's going to get in, but I can't honestly say that I trust him 100%. If I was to put it on a scale, I would say about 50%. So I guess people like me and people like you, the Brexiteers, the 17.4 million, need to make sure that we don't vote for the Conservative Party, we don't vote for the Lib Dems, we don't vote for the Labour Party. We got to make sure that we vote. We have to vote. I can understand why people didn't vote in the European elections. I can understand why people didn't vote in the local elections, because they don't believe that their votes amount to anything anymore because of the 2016 referendum. We haven't left the EU. But it's more important than ever that you vote. And the party you need to vote for is the Brexit Party. We need to make sure we make a massive indent in Parliament itself and get rid of these people. They're unconstitutional, undemocratic. They're running our country to the ground, and we need to make sure we change that. And we need our independence to do that. We need to be able to go to the likes of Trump and get a fantastic deal so that we're able to give the best futures for our children. So please make sure you vote. Do not trust the Conservatives. Do not trust the Lib Dems. Do not trust Labour. Definitely don't trust the Greens, because all they want to do is open our borders. Just trust in your heart and make sure you vote. And definitely don't trust Theresa May. Take care, guys. Bye.